Bob Geldof has announced that he's setting up a fund of $1 billion to invest in private equity in Africa. Is this a case of a pop star overreaching himself, or are there real practical issues that can make a difference? In the studio today is Ruth Bender. Now, Ruth, you've got a background in private equity and some ideas really on whether this is going to work or not. Tell me more.
Okay, I think, to be fair, it's not a case of a pop star overreaching himself. What he's said is he's not going to have active involvement. He's getting professionals to run the fund. So I think it's a great idea to have something behind business in Africa. But when you just look at the headlines, you know, $1 billion goes into private equity in Africa, problem solved, you have to look a lot more closely than that. And the first thing you have is this thing about we will invest in Africa. Africa is a continent. There's 50-odd countries there, and they all have very different legal and cultural backgrounds. And in some places, I mean, if you take South Africa, there is already a very good private equity culture there. But if you take other parts of the continent, if you don't have a good legal background, for example, if you don't have something to protect property rights or intellectual property rights, it's very difficult to get investment in those circumstances. And if you take it further, to get a proper private equity environment, the idea being in a few years' time you have several private equity companies competing or whatever, there is a whole infrastructure you need to put in. So you need the legal side of it. You need entrepreneurs and management teams who understand what's required of them and are prepared and capable of doing this. You need banks who will put money in alongside the private equity. You need ultimately people you can sell to. So you need perhaps a functioning stock exchange that it's very easy to make an exit, or other companies who will buy those companies from you. And the idea that we will solve the problems with just this $1 billion doesn't work. It's a great thing to start with, but not enough.
So we're talking about a lot of expertise, setting up new institutions, and then taking quite a bit of time to do it, I guess.
I think so. I mean, what the press say is he was thinking about this 2 years ago and the climate wasn't right. So it's brilliant that it's coming in now, but everybody has to understand this is a long-term endeavour. If you actually want to build up a culture within a country or a continent that people understand how private equity works, you're in for the long haul, and you need good people around it to understand that.
So in summary, great idea, but be careful how you proceed.
I think that's it. It's a great idea, but let's not expect miracles in the first few months.
Ruth Bender, thank you.
Thank you.